Russell Wilson here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Russ?
I'm doing great, man. Can't complain. Obviously, it's another good thing to get another win, but we have a big opportunity this week going to Atlanta.
Yeah, well, I guess the big first question for you is, was that ball intended for Doug Baldwin or Jermaine Kearse? Who was that ball intended for?
Intended for whoever's going to catch it. No, but it was actually supposed to go to Kearse, and but at least we caught it, and it's a team game. We found a way to make the play.
Yeah, and I guess everyone was making one-handed grabs for you too. I mean, Paul Richardson was balling out something fierce in that game.
Oh, the receivers are making plays all day, and that's playoff time. We got to make those type of plays, and we got to be special, and that's what it takes.
Yeah, and I know, and that's the phrase that Pete Carroll's been saying ever since he's gotten into coaching, which is always compete, and you are the personification of that. When was the first time when you first started coming up? Because there's going to be a lot of memory lane conversation with you going back to Atlanta this week. That was your first playoff season where you were in Atlanta. When was it the first time you realized that you did have a shot to start for the Seattle Seahawks, Russell?
Well, when Coach drafted me, they actually called me, and they told me I had a good shot. And so for me, that was kind of my first realization that they're going to give me an opportunity to play. But it didn't matter either way. I had to... for me, it's always a thought process of I'm going to do everything I can to be at my highest level, no matter what the circumstances are. And then once I got here, I think I got here on May 10th or May 11th in 2012, and we had rookie mini camp. I had those first 3 days, and right after minicamp, they told me I was going to be competing for the starting job for sure. So that was a cool time, obviously, and I'm just grateful. All the hard work pays off, and like I always say, there's no time to sleep. So you have to do everything you can to get up early and stay late nights and put the hard work in.
Well, it's interesting you say there's no time to sleep. You were featured on NFL Game Day Morning this past week on NFL Network. You had a conversation with my colleague Jeff Chadia. My jaw hit the floor, Russell, when I heard that you told him that when you were rehabbing from your knee injury this year, you were awakened once every hour and a half or 2 hours so you could rehab your knee. Is that the truth? That's the case?
Yeah, every hour and a half I was doing something. So I fall asleep pretty quickly if I need to go. But I just what I would do is every hour and a half have the alarm go off and ice my ankle, ice my knee, and I had a lot going on at the time. So just had to do everything I could to be out in the field, and I didn't want to miss a practice. I didn't want to miss a moment. So it means too much to me.
So how do you? Are you a different person without sleep? Because I know I am. I mean, how did you do that?
I don't get much anyway. I normally sleep about 5 or 6 hours max, and then that's what I do, throughout the week, and then come Friday and Saturday, if the game's on Sunday, come Friday, Saturday, I normally get 10 to 12 hours. That's where I put all my sleep in right before the game. So come game day, I feel wide awake.
Russell Wilson joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. And so when did your wife, did Ciara not have a problem with you waking up every 90 minutes? I know, if that alarm goes off, my wife's sleeping there, she'd be just like, really, again? We're icing this knee again? This ankle again?
Yeah, she would help. She would help for the first couple hours, and then
you're on your own?
She'd be knocked out. Yeah, I'd be on my own after that.
Then you're on your, well, I guess it's good prep for the baby that's coming to be awakened once every 90 minutes and 2 hours anyway for you, Russell.
And I guess I got to do my part now.
Yeah, exactly. So now, what's your memory of that Atlanta playoff game? That was your first year. You come off a playoff when you go into Atlanta. It's still Matt Ryan's only playoff win. What are your recollections of that day, Russell?
Well, it was a great battle to the end. Obviously, one of the all-time great games, really. Our ability to come back and show our resiliency and show our mental toughness and our capabilities of what we can do. That was really, really big, and I think that obviously we took the lead with 31 seconds left or something like that, and then they made a good play and kicked a field goal. So it was a tough environment. It was a great environment. It was a great game. Two great teams going after it, and I have tons of respect for the Atlanta Falcons and Matt Ryan and what he can do and all their great players that they have.
We're moving.
I have a few friends on that team, and Julio and Mohamed Sanu and Devontae Freeman. So those guys are great players.
Where do you know these guys from?
Well, just being around them, Mohamed Sanu I got to know from IMG when we were training, coming out together, and we trained every day. I used to throw with him every day, and then Julio and Devontae I've gotten to know through the Pro Bowl stuff, and those guys came out for when they came out here to Seattle. We went to the Seattle Children's Hospital all together. So just great guys and great competitors.
What would another Super Bowl mean for you, Russell?
Well, all the hard work that you put into everything, every year, the attention to detail, the early mornings, the late nights, all the rehab, everything that we do, all the communication that it takes, all the tough days, all the good days, that means something to us, and I think it's a lot of hard work that get put into it. It's a lot of sacrifice that our families, allow us to have so much time doing something else and focusing on what we try to do, and I think it means a lot to this organization, obviously. That's our mission, and obviously, is to win it all. And we don't play to come in second or third place. We're coming here to win the whole thing, and we just got to take it one day at a time.
No, I know. Look, and I know it's a team game, and you are the ultimate team player. But you personally, you Russell Wilson, you the guy who signed a long-term big money contract. You in a second and a third shot to win it. I mean, what would it mean to you to hoist that trophy in this season, in this situation for you?
Well, I think it's an accomplishment that's definitely a team effort, and that you're just grateful for, and I can remember the first time that we won, it was all the hard work, and that's what you get the joy out of, from all the hard work with your teammates and all that. And so I think for me personally, I think that's where you find the true joy of it, because it means something to everyone else too as well.
And so let's just put it this way. Let me just, if you mind me visualizing for you here, Russell. Okay. Okay. Super Bowl 51. There you are. Less than a minute to go. You're on the 1 yard line. You need a touchdown to win. The play that comes in is a run play, but you see the defense sets up for a pass. Do you go ahead and audible for that pass, Russell Wilson?
You said the defense does what?
The defense shows that it's susceptible to a pass. Do you audible into the pass on that 1 yard line?
Of course, I have no fear. I don't play with fear now. So whatever it takes to win.
Well, I mean, obviously there's no fear of failure, but that there is number 25 on the sideline, right? I mean, would you be able to have that conversation with him when it's all said and done?
Yeah, we're going to score on that one.
I guess it all depends on the result. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we're going to score on that one. I got no fear. I have confidence in all the guys we got. You got guys like Jimmy Graham and Doug Baldwin, Paul Richardson, and Jermaine Kearse. And then you also have a great running back in Thomas Rawls. So you have all the confidence in the world in the guys that you have.
Well, I guess that's a way of me sort of coming in the side door on this one. Just come straight in. I mean, is everything cool with you and Richard and the defense and the offense going together, going into a big playoff game? I know you've been through a lot of battles together, but it just seems to me that play keeps coming up, Russell.
Oh no, man! There's no worries with us, man. We're committed to win. We're committed to one another. We're committed to the process. We're committed to what it takes to win in each other. So there's nothing. I think the only reason why it comes up because people ask about it. But that's really the only reason.
Did you have a conversation with Richard after that moment on Thursday Night Football when we were all in the building? Did you have a chat with him about that? About his take on it?
Not really, just because there's no need. I mean, like I said, it's we all just want to win. We all just want to play. I mean, we did throw a touchdown on one, 2 plays later, I think it was. So, it's not really a thing in my opinion. Yeah,
and obviously on fourth, and you went for it on 4th and 1, and you threw it, and then Richardson made that incredible one-handed grab. Would have been pass interference anyway. So, just walk me through your visualization process as you're on that plane. You're walking into that building this weekend. It's a big, huge playoff game again. It's possible, should Aaron Rodgers win, that you get another home game. What is your process as you walk into that building in Atlanta, Russell?
Well, you visualize success. You visualize whatever it takes. You visualize a great 60 minutes plus more if you need to, and you visualize this one play at a time. You don't think about anything bigger or anything more than that, and you just go after it, just like always. And get everything I got. Every play. I know we will as a team, and I can't wait for for the kickoff and ready to play ball.
Last one for you, Russell. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about Deshaun Watson's performance in the national championship game and his journey traveled and what you thought of him and his pro readiness in your estimation.
Well, gutsy performance, and the tape doesn't lie. A great football player, a guy that has a clutchness in him. You can see that he has a clutch gene, and he's a tremendous competitor. He exudes poise. So you can tell that he has great talent. So Deshaun Watson will be a great football player. I truly believe in him and what he can do, and I think he's training my guy Ryan Flaherty too. So he'll be ready to roll.
There you go. And do you have any last advice for him as he's going to go through this talent evaluation process? No doubt, get picked apart in a similar way that you wound up being a third-round selection.
I think just keep loving the game. Don't worry about where you get picked. At the end of the day, whether you get picked first, 75th, or last, at the end of the day, when you put the hard work in, great things will come your way.
Russell, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. We'll see you down the road, maybe in Houston.
Always great talking to you, Rich. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
You bet. You got it. That's Russell Wilson, Seahawks quarterback here on the Rich Eisen Show.